Hey friends, I'm here sharpening kitchen knives that have been sent through the dishwasher, which is a big no-no, I know, but they get pretty dinged up. So I've been working on this for a few minutes, just getting some of the dings out. This is an aluminum oxide blade here with this Ken Onion edition and the belt grinding or the blade grinding attachment, which I love this whole setup. Um, Basically, you loosen or adjust the angle by loosening this thumb screw, and you can push this around and adjust accordingly to get the angle that you want. Uh, you loosen the tension by pressing in here and pushing down, and then you can replace the blades. You can adjust the alignment by moving this screw in or out to get the belt running true. The power is down here. You press this trigger in here. You can adjust the speed positively or negatively by turning this, and you can lock it once it's up. You push in and you kind of press this button in, and it'll hold its speed, so you don't have to sit here and hold the trigger down. So super easy to do. They teach you to set this here and then run it through. One note, you never want to go past midway with the tip or you will round it off. So they tell you to do that in the instructions if you read the instructions, but many of us just kind of go for it. So it also has a platen on this other side that you can kind of set up with a, if you wanted to use a angle guide and run the blade, whoops, like so through here to get a little more of a true V edge. This will always give you a little bit of a convex edge, which I'm fine with because they hold up a little bit longer. And in an environment where they're not getting babied, I think this is a good way to go. So I'm just going to finish up with the coarse grinding and move through the belts here while you're watching, just to show you how quickly you can get a nice razor edge. So like I said, I've spent about 5 minutes getting the dings out. And so I'll just kind of finish that off with a couple more passes. Watch how the burr pops up. You'll see kind of the shiny line show on the end there. That's what you're looking to do. That's showing that you're meeting the edge. So now I'm just going to feel here. Interesting. One other note I would encourage, if you're going to do a lot of heavier grinding or reshaping, to get some aluminum oxide belts. They stay cooler overall and don't overheat the blades as easily, so they keep a much cooler temperature. If I were using the standard one for the amount of grinding I had to do, I would have to be dipping this in water pretty consistently, but with this, that's not as big of a concern. So now I'll just move through the other belts here. As you get finer, it gets harder to see the burr. You also want to use the same amount of downward pressure. You don't really need to dig in unless you want it to be really convex. I think this belt's not long for this world. It is pretty bouncy right now. Now you can use the superfine belt, which is kind of a strap. I can go straight to leather, and I'm fine with that. So they make nice leather belts for this system. And then I like to use this Flex Cut Gold stropping compound. Which helps me get a nice edge. Just get one more pass here, and we'll test it. Let's see. Here's some receipt paper. It's pretty wrinkled, so. So if you're able to punch through the edge without slicing, yeah, it's a little easier with firm paper. Kind of gives you an indication where you're at. Yeah, I'll take a few more passes here. And then we'll use newer receipt. Here we go. That's the sound. So, let's see if I get it to do it. It's not working too well on here, but you get the idea. It's plenty sharp for our kitchen. So, there it is. So super cheap Tramontina Santuco style kitchen knife. It is stain-free high carbon steel, which good luck making those two things make sense. But yeah, so there you have it. I really love this thing. I think it does a great job with the leather strops. If you want to clean them up, you just take a piece of sandpaper. That'll remove some of the buildup. So gets it somewhat cleaner. You can do more than that if you want to. Do with a coarser grit, but that'll just kind of clean it up and make it a nice fresh surface for some fresh compound. So yeah, I think this is a great system. I was using a 1x30 before this, and that served all right, but you have much more control over the angle, and it's a lot easier to keep it level rather than with the 1x30, you're trying to set your own angle on that, whether you have it laying down or standing upright. So this is super handy. It gives you a lot of control over the angle you choose. Only limitations I would say are if you have a really thick handle, you can kind of knock this thing right here, kind of the base of this pulley. So have that kind of on your mind when you're making decisions about whether to go with this system or not. But all in all, I think this thing is excellent. It has really made sharpening a breeze. I can go through a whole set of kitchen knives in less than an hour and have them all ready to go. So it's excellent. I love this thing. So the Worksharp Ken Onion with the blade grinding attachment, I think, is a big win. Have a great day.